Hi, I'm Lee and welcome to my channel, and this video is titled A Narcissist Silent Treatment. And this is something that I found on a narcissistic forum. I guess somebody asked the question about narcissists and their silent treatments and what their purpose is. I got 2 pages of what their purpose is. And as I'm reading this, I'm like, oh my God, that's why they call it basically textbook narcissistic behavior, because I will be explaining my experience with this. Now, of course, before I really started going into narcissistic behavior, I was just like, wow, how can someone do this? Well, now I know how someone can do this. Michael Caruso had no soul. You have no soul. When you have a soul, you don't do these things to someone that you say that you love, much less do these things. And even more so, you just get sick pleasure from seeing someone just hurt, devastated. So Michael Caruso, famous for his silent treatments, famous. To quote him, anytime you are having not even an argument, but a discussion, and if he doesn't like what you are saying, up goes deflection, defensive. Oh my God, defensive. And with defensiveness comes anger and bullying. And so if you're saying anything to what he does not want to hear, does not want to respond, and usually it's the things that are the truth. The truth. You are calling them out. You're calling them out on their behavior, their actions, their everything. They don't want to hear that. So, Michael Caruso's famous words. Conversation over with. I'm done speaking about this. We're done. This is finished. No more. No more. Constantly, right? And then his famous silent treatments would be, Ron and Sam says one thing to my face, does something different behind my back. I question him. He gets mad and angry, can't talk his way out of it. So then it's just radio silence, or I'm done. I'm blocking you. Goodbye, Lee. Goodbye. I mean, just really just the behavior of a child. So somebody here said, or basically asked the question, a narcissist and silent treatment and their purpose. This is how somebody responded. And as I am reading this, I'm like, OMG. Okay. At first, narcissists will start silent treating you to make you understand that if you don't comply with their wishes, they'll have zero trouble cutting you loose. There were so many times, and I think I've spoke about this on previous videos. I know I spoke about this on one previous video. One of the bazillion times that he broke up with me because I called him out, and as I was begging him, oh, please come back into my life. And that's one thing that gets them off, is they know they can cut you off because, they know that you love them. They just don't love you. So it gives them that little ego boost, that little, satisfaction to know that someone is begging them to please come back into my life. And I remember one of the times that Michael Caruso just, cut me out, and I was like, all right, whatever. And then he's trying to come back into my life, and he's in contact with, Amber the drunk and Bernadette banging everyone and Trina the prostitute. And I'm like, I asked him, I'm like, okay, so you want to get back together with me. I'm like, can you, be faithful to a girl? Like a dead ass serious question. Like, can you be faithful? Because if you can't, that's fine. Tell me and we'll go our separate ways. Like, that's fine. If you can't, hey, honey, that's fine. And I would keep asking this question because typical narcissistic fashion, if they don't want to acknowledge a question, acknowledge anything, they just won't even respond, honey. They will not respond. They will just continue like you didn't even ask it. So then you keep asking the same question because you're not even responding. You're not even giving a lie. Now remember, he was like, I already answered this question. I was like, no, you didn't. No, you did not. I'm going back into our conversation feed. I'm like, no, you didn't. Then he says this. I did too answer your question. And if you don't say yes, Michael, you did answer my question for you. I'm not speaking to you again. Okay. And I just watched this docu-series on Hulu, Stolen Youth. Okay. If you haven't watched it, it's flipping crazy, right? This is kind of reminding me of this. I mean, narcissistic personality disorder, and the guy in this docu-series, oh, complete nut job and a half. But I'm like, man. So yeah, to make you understand that if you do not comply with their wishes, they'll have zero trouble cutting you loose. It just feeds their ego. You, being attracted to the narcissist, will probably give in to their demands to prevent the narcissist from leaving you. Oh, honey, I can't even tell you how many times in the 7 years that I knew him, I can't even say relationship because that's not what it was. I thought it was that. No, he thought and acted otherwise. There were so many times that I held my tongue. Held it because I don't want him to get mad. I don't want him to leave because if he thinks he has a sharp tongue, honey, yeah, my tongue is sharper. But, I held my tongue. Now, no holds barred, honey. No holds. The silent treatment's purpose changes. The narcissist now trained you into giving in when threatened with abandonment. Like whenever I caught him cheating on me, Valentine's Day of 2020, watch that video. This is what he said to me, verbatim. Now, he likes to have selective memory. Well, yeah. Never even said, I didn't even say that. I just can't. Well, you're going to have to get used to the fact that I'm going to date other women. And if you don't like it, you can leave. Okay. So now, whenever you catch the narcissist lying or accuse them of something they did, they'll not let you address the issue by saying things like, I'm not arguing with you. Just flippin' said it. Okay? You start calling them out. Conversation over with. I'm done speaking about this. We are not talking about this anymore. Whenever you catch them lying, and honey, that's what a narcissist does, is lie. Accuse them of something that they did. It's not even accusing. It's facts. It's the truth. They will not even let you address it. Nope. After which a silent treatment is started until you drop the issue and leave the narcissist in peace. Honey, you can ask the question till you are blue in the face. They love the silent treatment. Don't acknowledge anything. Radio silence. If I don't even mention it, she'll forget all about it and we can move on. Kind of makes you wonder the upbringing that a narcissist has. I mean, this is why I'm not a doctor, but it's like you wonder, is this how they grew up or is this learned behavior? This is how they continue their actions without ever being held accountable for any one of them. No. Because in a narcissist's eyes, well, they just don't care. They know what they are doing is wrong, hurtful. They know, honey, they know exactly what they're doing. They don't care. They know exactly how wrong they are. That's why they lie. That's why they do these things. They know. They just don't care. And if anything, it gives them sick pleasure to lie. So they don't care. They have no soul. I mean, just straight up, they have no soul. No. After your grueling silent treatment training, you have now come to understand that it is your fault when the narcissist doesn't want to speak to you. And I can't even tell you how many times I had the passing thought and then had to bring myself back and say, this is insanity, craziness. Like just whenever Michael Caruso, I caught him cheating, I had to stop myself from saying, no, don't date these other girls. Date me instead. Date me and only me. Be with me and only. I had to flip and stop myself. Just like how you have to stop yourself from letting the craziness go, because you wonder, oh, you seen him liking half naked girls photos, you see the little comments that he makes on girls posts, you see all of the blatantly disrespectful things that somebody does when they claim that they have a girlfriend, and you're like, should I let it slide and just not say anything because I don't want an argument? No, no. If somebody can't give you basic human decency, no. Because, honey, once you let one thing slide, hear it all. Like, just no. Like, you really have to catch yourself from, just because a narcissist, they just get into your head. I'm telling you, watch Stolen Youth. A lot of similarities between that and just a full-fledged narcissist. Well, I mean, this guy was a narcissist as well, but I mean, just watch it. It's, yeah. If you're in a relationship with a narcissist, you can relate to this, okay? Since their deeds are not the problem, but your reaction to their deeds is what's wrecking the relationship. Oh, yeah, because no, it's not Michael Caruso banging a prostitute. It's not Michael Caruso flirting with other women and going out with other women and just being completely disrespectful. No, that's not the problem. The problem is when you question a narcissist about this, when you question Michael Caruso. Why are you being disrespectful? No. A narcissist doing these blatantly disrespectful things, no, that's not the issue. The issue is you questioning a narcissist about disrespecting you. That's the real issue right there. Your reactions are the highlighted part of the arguments you keep having. Yeah. It's okay for him to completely disrespect you. For him to say one thing to your face, I love you, no, there's no one else, no, I'm not doing anything. But no, the reality is, yes, you are. The problem is you keep confronting him about his actions. That's the problem. That's the problem. A narcissist will complain about how you hurt them so and how you are driving them away by your behavior. I can't stand my girlfriend. God, my girlfriend's getting on my nerves. I just can't stand her. So you can't stand me because you're lying to my face and I'm questioning you about it? That's what you can't stand? But instead of, breaking up with me and going and being with these other mistresses, no. So, boy, Screen Actors Guild Award, let me tell you. Theirs, of course, their actions goes unspoken. I mean, I saw everything of how Michael Caruso complained. I was just the most god-awful person to have ever stepped foot on this earth. Okay? Well, no, Trina knew because he's banging her. I mean, he told me no one else knew. No one knew. So, your actions are okay, right? Of course your actions are okay. His actions were justifiable in the fact, and he said, that I'm an awful girlfriend. Okay, well, Michael, if I'm so god-awful and you can't stand me, why were you with me for 7 years? I can tell you why, because you're a narcissist with no soul and that gets you off. Let's just call a spade a spade. A narcissist will never admit this. They never will. They never will. This is when the silent treatment gets deployed as a useful tool to go out and acquire new acquaintances. F those acquaintances and start a brand new love bombing phase with them. Oh, of course, because, the girlfriend that you are telling to my face, oh, I love you, then behind my back, oh, I can't stand her. Like, God, it's just gross, the games that people play. And this isn't even like a kid. This is a 58-year-old man. Can't even call him a man, person, child, whatever. The narcissist trains you to believe that they're mad at you when they are refusing to speak to you, when in all actuality, the narcissist is fine. They want that attention. They want the attention of, oh, well, if I don't speak to her, she's just going to give me all the attention, that all the supply that I need. That's all a narcissist wants, is attention, supply. They just want their ego stroked and want their ego fed. That's just really what it comes down to. And while you're at home wrecking your brain, trying to think of what you did that ticked them off and how you can make it up to them, so they'll finally end your agony and return to you. The narcissist is having a great time. Like, honey, all the times where I was depressed for weeks, months on end, couldn't get out of bed. I mean, just in the most horrid times of my life, heartbroken, devastated. Oh, Michael Caruso's out there living his best life. Like, they don't care what they did to you. In fact, you being just heartbroken and saddened and depressed makes them feel good. I mean, it's really sick, actually. Effing someone else while you're patiently waiting for them because you don't want to call them and get hell unleashed on you. Instead, you'll wait until they've calmed down and ready to talk to you again. Oh, I can't even tell you how many times Michael Caruso and his little games that he would play. Well, you seem to be in a better mood, so I'll talk to you again. Your mood seems to have calmed down a bit, so I'll speak to you now. Shut up. Shut the F up. And the narcissist gets to enjoy their free time without any harassment from you. Then they got the nerve to return still mad at you. And that's what silent treatments are all about. They're not obsessing, you are. Like I said before, it's all a sick game to a narcissist. And it's a sick game because they have no soul. So remember that. Remember that. Narcissists, they have no soul. They can't feel emotion. And their time will come. Thank you for watching. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like this content, please consider subscribing. Thanks, guys. See ya.